3 months into marriage, I had already been rushed to hospital a couple of times, had to quit my job. That was pretty much our first year, was me not working and really sick coming in and out of hospitals.
Yeah, it was really difficult watching Rach, especially in so much pain and not being able to find answers for that. To be constantly putting in a lot of effort and not having any result come from that, and seeing Rach as unwell as she was really difficult for me.
I think I was going to my GP pretty much twice a week. They were doing lots of tests, as well as I was under a bowel specialist and a dietitian and some other medical areas that were basically just trying everything and anything to find out what was wrong. Why am I having to go through all these things and be so sick at the age of 24? We wanted to start a family anyway, so we started trying naturally to conceive. But after a year, we were unsuccessful. So we were told by the GP to go to see a fertility specialist. Once we finally had the appointment with the specialist, that's when he sort of just said, I truly believe that you've got this disease called endometriosis. And both Gareth and I sort of looked at each other and going, what's this? And he just explained to us what that meant. And then he finally said, we definitely need to do an operation. He truly believed that I would fall pregnant after.
So the great news was that after Rach had surgery, 2 months later, we found out she was pregnant, which was an amazing feeling for us, because we'd talked at length about adoption, we'd looked at different options so that we could have a family. And to, conceive naturally was really, really special time. And I think for us as well, we felt like at that point, the journey was kind of over in that sense, that we'd kind of got to the point where we weren't going to have to go through more stuff. We thought that we'd kind of figured out what the problem was, had that resolved, and we could kind of move on with life.
So Ava was born by C-section after a very long labour experience. But, man, when she came out, it was just incredible.
And we started obviously trying, for another baby, and that wasn't working. So we had to go back to the fertility specialists, and through a number of conversations there and different tests and trying different things, we ended up on the track of doing IVF.
For the last 8 to 10 years, I had been having tests after tests after tests and operations, and I was so tired. And then I think also in the back of your mind is like, oh gosh, is this gonna work? I felt like how much more faith do I need? Like how much more, I don't know how much more strength I've got in me to keep going, to do this. So after 4 years of deciding that we wanted a second child, we finally got that phone call.
So about an hour after Zach was born, the nurse asked Rachel a question, and Rach didn't respond. I just kind of tried to shake her a little bit, but she just had this kind of 1,000-yard stare. And when the nurse realised what had happened, she just immediately told me to push the emergency button, which I did. And the nurse started doing chest compressions on Rachel, and people just came from everywhere. Doctors, nurses took Zach off of her, took me out of the room, and just took me across the corridor and pulled a curtain over. And I could just see people running back and forward, and syringes in their hands. I could see the nurses station, and they had their hands over their mouths, and doctors saying, Rachel, Rachel, can you hear me? And then I just saw them wheel her away.
I just remember waking up, going screaming, and I'm going, Gareth, where's Zach? Like this, and the nurses were like, it's okay, Rachel, it's okay. They're there, they're safe. Looking up again, and I just saw Gareth holding Zach.
I knew it's never good when they don't tell you it's going to be okay. But I just trusted God that it would be, and I knew that we had people praying for us, and you know, we had phone calls and people came up to the hospital, and you know, it was just such an amazing response.
I felt like I had fought this fight and I had won. And I'm here today to be able to say, don't give up on your dreams, keep fighting for them.
I think living between two worlds is constantly trying to reconcile what's happening with what you know to be true.